Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a Q&A, and I get so many questions on a day-to-day basis off of my vlogs and from Instagram and from Snapchat, and so I thought I would just sit down and answer all the questions that you guys have for me. I actually asked a lot of you on Instagram and Snapchat to send me questions, so all of these questions are coming directly from you guys. I'm going to do my absolute best to answer every question, but if this video gets too long, I might cut out a few, so I apologize if your question doesn't get answered, and if you guys have any more questions or if I don't answer your question, list it down below and I will definitely answer it. Also, Scarlet's down here on the floor playing, so if you guys see me like looking down at her or anything, that's because she's down there. Also, I want to point out that I'm filming this video on my vlogging camera because a lot of you guys say whenever I do my sit down videos, it's hard to hear me, and there's two reasons why. Number one is because I usually film in my bedroom. It seems like the best place for me to film, and our AC is right out there. So when it's on, and it's 110 degrees out every day in Phoenix, Arizona, so when it's on, it's kind of loud in my room. And then number two, when I film on my DSLR camera, which has a better quality for these kind of videos, but when I film on it, I don't have a extra microphone, so the only audio that I'm using is from the camera itself, which is not good. So I think I'm going to start filming on my vlogging camera from here on out until I get a microphone to put on top of my camera. Okay, so I took all your questions and I just wrote them down in my little notebook that I use for my YouTube channel. And honestly, you guys, these are not in any kind of order. I did not have time to like make the order make sense, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Anyways, Veronica from Snapchat, she asked me if I have any siblings, and I do. I am the oldest of 5 sisters and a brother. My parents actually split up when I was very, very young, and they're both remarried, and they both had children with their new spouses, and so I have one full sister, and sorry, my dog's back there. I have one full sister, and then I have 4 half sisters, sorry to think about that, and then a half brother. So yes, I have a lot of siblings. Okay, this question's from The Ordinary Mama on Instagram. Her name is Esther, and she asked, do you dress Scarlet before putting her down for Scarlet slumber photos? And if you guys don't know what Scarlet slumber photos are, I created a hashtag on my Instagram account, and it's hashtag Scarlet slumber, and that's where I put all of the photos I have of Scarlet sleeping because I love taking photos of Scarlet sleeping. I have all of them listed under that hashtag. So yeah, if you guys want to go check it out, go check it out. It's probably the cutest thing you've ever seen. But yes, Esther, I do dress Scarlet as much as I can before I lay her down. So I put her in her outfit. I don't put a bow on her though, unless it's a baby bling bow. And for some reason, those bows stay on Scarlet's head so much better, so she can move around in the crib and it doesn't come off. But if it's like a regular nylon bow, I have to put that bow on her when she's in her crib sleeping. So that's a challenge. But Esther also asks, actually a lot of you asked this question. Esther asked this, at Mama Kiwi on Instagram asked this, at Misty Galliman, and Catherine B on Snapchat. I think that's everybody, but you guys all asked this one as well. They all want to know what I did for work before I was a stay-at-home mom and did this vlogging channel. So Scarlett's just smiling down there. So before I was a stay-at-home mom, I actually worked in the behavioral health field for kids with intensive behavioral health needs. I was a case manager. I helped manage cases. I helped set up services for kids who were struggling behaviorally, and I helped coordinate services. So it was a very challenging yet rewarding job. At times I do miss it, but I am so incredibly grateful that I'm able to stay home and be at home with this sweet little baby, who I'll show you guys here in a bit. Esther also wants to know what I'd be pursuing if I wasn't doing YouTube, and honestly, that's probably what I'd still be doing, is the job I was before. However, it's not my passion. My passion is, honestly, it's marketing and social media and social influencing, and I love the fashion world, even though I'm not super into fashion. I love it, and I just love social media. That's where my passion is. Photography, all of those things kind of coordinate together, and that's what I love, and that's what I would want to be doing, but I never went to school for that. I went to school for the job I was working. I have a degree in psychology, a Bachelor of Arts in psychology, so, but that's not where my passion is, I guess, if that makes sense. Esther also wants to know what my favorite food is, and my favorite food, hands down, is probably crab legs because they are so amazing and I absolutely love seafood. Any kind of like lobster or shrimp, totally my favorite. Okay, this question comes from Aram101 on Snapchat, and I hope I said that correctly. But she wants to know, how do you and your husband find time for yourself with a baby? And I actually think somebody else asked this as well, and I'm sorry if I forgot your name, but you guys, it's hard. She just took her bow up. Hi! It is hard when you have a baby to find time for doing things that you love and doing things with your husband and cooking dinner and all of that, just juggling all of that time. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy. I'd say some major things that we've started doing that we haven't been doing in the past, but we just started doing. I might have to get her and bring her up here with me. Okay, I had to grab Scarlet because she was getting a little fussy down there. But like I was saying, some major things that my husband and I started doing that are honestly helping so much are, we didn't used to do this, but we started going to bed together for the most part at the same time every night. Well, at least we've decided on 5 out of 7 nights. And the reason for that is because my husband is a night owl. He could stay up till 2 o'clock every single morning, and I am not. I am an early morning person. She is laughing at the dog. And so we both made the commitment to start doing that together, and I know it sounds like super simple, but it's helping a lot. We're just able to sit in bed and watch a show together or watch YouTube or just catch up from the day. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. That's definitely something that I would see be helpful in any relationship. Okay, so my next question is from its_Katie Grace on Instagram, and she wants to know, why did I start a YouTube channel? So I started a YouTube channel because I needed a hobby. First of all, I was a stay-at-home mom and I was getting very bored, and I knew I was going to stay a stay-at-home mom and I wasn't going back to work, so I was like thinking of different ways to keep myself busy. And at the time I was loving YouTube. I was watching YouTube so much to help figure out how to, you know, be a mom and stuff, because there's so many helpful videos out there. But yeah, I just, you know, I started realizing, hey, this is something I could do and I would love, and I want to help inspire other women as well, and I feel like, you know, I could possibly do this. And so I started a channel, and it's taken off way faster than I ever imagined, and whoa, my light just went out. Okay, so I just fixed my light and I had to grab Scarlet one of these happy baby organic teethers. She's pretty happy about it. Okay, as I was saying, so my number one thing with starting this YouTube channel was just hoping to inspire other women like they inspired me on YouTube and on social media. And I know, you know, with social media, it can be such a negative thing at times, but it can also be so positive and so uplifting. And in a way, this YouTube channel that I've created, it's a great way for me to, you know, get out what I'm feeling and talk to other women and, you know, just connect with other mothers like myself, and it's amazing. Okay, so the next question is from CR_threads on Instagram, and also Allie from Snapchat asked this question as well. And the question is, how many kids do you want? And honestly, you guys, I don't know. It could be 2, it could be just Scarlet. I don't know if we want to have any more kids. We're still kind of like thinking about it, and we don't want to necessarily cut us off right now because we are still so young and have a lot ahead of us and the opportunity to have kids. But I don't know, right now I'm super happy with our baby girl, and you know, I think about it sometimes. I'm like, you know, I want to give her a sibling, but uh-oh, we dropped the cracker. But at the same time, I don't know if having another kid would be right for us. So I don't know, we'll see. No more than 2, I will say. And the next question comes from Catherine B on Snapchat, and she wants to know, how do you edit your videos and how did you become a vlogger? So I don't have an Apple computer. Scarlet keeps dropping her cracker. So ideally I would like a Apple computer where I could use iMovie, but I don't have an Apple computer. I actually use my husband's computer to edit all of my videos and photos. And the program I use is called Filmora Pro, I believe, and it's like $40, $30 maybe, so it wasn't that expensive, and it gets the job done. You know, I'm pretty basic with editing, so I think it does exactly what I need. Whoops. As for how did I become a vlogger, what I decided to do when I started my channel is I was going to really focus on building my followers and my subscribers so I could ideally do daily vlogging. So I started doing, you know, I put a lot of work in the beginning of my channel. I was posting every single day, which was a lot, and I was posting popular titled videos. So I was posting, you know, what's in my diaper bags, day in the lives, what I eat in a day, you know, all of those baby related videos that you know you all search for. That's what I was trying to post the most, and it worked. It definitely worked. Those are some of my most seen videos, and it definitely helped create and drive traffic to my channel. So that's what I would recommend doing if you guys are new to YouTube, and I'm still new to YouTube, so don't take too much advice from me, but that's kind of what I did and what worked for me, and now I feel like I have a pretty decent amount of subscribers who watch my vlogs, which is what I was hoping for, because I honestly enjoy vlogging so much more than I enjoy the sit down videos, just because it's a little bit more easier and I feel so much more real in my vlogs too. Okay, so my next question comes from Andrea Deigel, and I hope I said that right. And she's Andrea Deigel XO on Instagram, or she actually has a YouTube channel as well, so definitely check it out if you guys are looking for a new YouTuber to watch. But anyways, she asked a couple questions. Her first one was, are you planning on going back to work? And no, I'm not planning on it, and hopefully we are able to not have me go back to work so I can stay home with Scarlet and raise her. And hopefully, you know, with YouTube and everything, I'm able to bring in enough income where I don't have to go back to work. So that's not the plan, but you know, of course, anything could happen. You know, my husband could lose his job. Anything could happen, you never know. And so someday I might have to go back to work, but it's not because I want to. Okay, so the next question was, Scarlet dropped her cracker again and Indy's eating it. So the next question was from Andrea as well, and she asked if my husband was in the military. And honestly, you guys, he doesn't really like me talking about his military experience that much, but I will let you guys know that, uh-oh, you want another cracker? He was in the Army, and he was deployed, and he's completely out now, so he doesn't work with he's not in the Army anymore, so he is a veteran. And honestly, my husband's more of a private person, which is why you really don't see him on my channel too often, and I do have to respect his wishes in that. And you know, sometimes it's super frustrating and I want him to be part of my channel, but then at the same time, like, this is kind of like my thing, and I'm not doing family vlogs, I'm doing mother and daughter vlogs, so it's kind of nice to like have a thing for myself. Okay, so the next question is from Alyssa Crucial, I think I said that right, on Snapchat. And she wants to know, what was your pregnancy like with Scarlet? Was it easy, and what kind of birth did you have? I was so blessed with the most easiest pregnancy ever. We didn't have any complications. I mean, she was easy. I didn't have any morning sickness. I was tired. That was pretty much my main symptom. God, I don't really even remember. It flew by. Like, I just remember thinking, like, this isn't that hard, and I'm so incredibly lucky that it was such an easy pregnancy. Honestly, like, my birth was easy. I gave birth to Scarlet 2 weeks early. My water broke at home. They had to end up giving me Pitocin at the hospital because I was not dilating, but I had her within, what was it? We went to the hospital around 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had Scarlet at 3:30 that afternoon. So my body took really well to the Pitocin. It was just super easy, and we were in and out of the hospital within 23 hours after her birth. So yeah, like I said, it was a very easy pregnancy, very easy birth. We did struggle getting her out a little bit. She kind of got stuck, and they did have to do an episiotomy on me, and they did have to use the vacuum or the suction. But other than that, that was like the hardest part about it all. So my next question is from one of my favorite small shops. Her name is Amanda. She's the owner of Project Whim, and you can find them at projectwhim.com, or you can find her at Project Whim on Instagram. And she wants to know, how did my husband and I meet? And I've talked about this a little bit in a vlog, I think, but Ty and I actually met back in Kansas through some mutual friends. One of his Army buddies who he was deployed with was at the time dating one of my best friends, and that's pretty much how we met. And then we ended up moving out to Arizona just a few months after we met each other. It was crazy, I know, but it's obviously worked out. Okay, next question. Heather Wagner from Snapchat wants to know, did you think your channel would grow this fast? No, I didn't. And I started YouTube, let's see here, it is the end of July. I started YouTube the beginning of March. So what does that make it? March, April, May, June, July. So in 4 months, I'm at over 5,000 subscribers. So that's awesome, you guys. I was not expecting this, and I'm so incredibly thankful for how well it's doing, and I'm having so much fun doing it. So thank you guys for all your support. And I set a goal for myself when I started YouTube in March. I hope to be at 10,000 by the end of the year, 10,000 subscribers. So we'll see if we meet that goal. So my next question comes from Brit_J19 on Instagram, and she wants to know what does my husband do for work and why is he always working late? So my husband actually works for a healthcare company, and they're open all hours of the day, from morning till night. So sometimes he actually manages the company. So sometimes he has to pick up shifts if, one of their managers are off, or if he just has like inventory or something like that. So that's why he works late occasionally. And also he works an hour away from us. So so even when he gets off work, it's still quite the drive home. So that's why he's getting home late a lot. And it's kind of hard, but he has a good job, and that's his job is the reason we're able to, and his job is the reason I'm able to stay home with Scarlet. So it works out, we make it work. Your bow's going crazy. So yeah, my husband also runs another small business that he actually created, him and his dad, but again, he doesn't really want me talking about his work or anything like that on YouTube or the internet, so I'm going to respect his wishes and not talk about it, but I don't want you to think it's like illegal or anything, because it's not. Okay, so my next question comes from JSchulte10 on Snapchat, and she wants to know if I am going to be homeschooling Scarlet. And no, I'm not. I don't think that's for me. I strongly believe in the social interaction aspect of actually going to school, and I don't know. I know people have issues with public school systems and all of that. Maybe I'll change my mind when we actually, get to that point. But I just think it's what's right for us and our family, and it's how I grew up, and that's how I want her to grow up. It's kind of, a similar situation, and I want her to be put in hard situations, and I want her to, be put, and I want her to have to make hard choices, and I want her to be experienced to, bad things happening, which sounds really weird, but that's what's going to make her make the right choices. And honestly, like, that's my job right now, is to teach her those morals and values so she does make the right decisions when she is in school, because I know, some public schools can be a really scary place, and obviously, you guys, I'm going to be looking for the best school for her, and there's so many options out here in Phoenix for schools, so yeah. Okay, so the next question comes from Dear Sailor on Instagram, and she wants to know, what is your favorite way to entertain Scarlet? I'm a work from home mom, and my baby is getting super bored of being plopped on her floor mat. Here. Okay, that's a great question, because sometimes I wonder the same thing. So during the day when Scarlet is awake, typically I will put her down on the floor, like you said, in the living room, and when she gets bored with that, I will either put her in her walker and let her walk around. I will baby wear her. I go on a walk if it's not too hot out. What else? I think another thing is, like, if you just change the environment. So sometimes, like, I'll put her on the floor in the kitchen while we probably shouldn't be eating that. I'll put her on the floor in the kitchen and let her play with some pots and pans and some spoons and stuff like that. And she seems to really like it, so maybe just a change of an environment may help. But yeah, that seems to be what we do most of the day. I kind of just rotate from floor to holding her and playing with her, to putting her in her walker, to putting her in her bouncer. So yeah, that's kind of what we do. Also, I try to leave the house every single day with Scarlet just so I can get her out, and she really enjoys like going to the store or just walking around somewhere. So I do try to make effort every single day to get her out, so I don't feel so bad with her doing the same thing every day. Okay, and this last question is from Medina Lysette. I hope I said that right. And she's on Instagram, and she wants to know, how do you find the motivation to keep yourself ready every day and keep your confidence? That's a really good question. And what I do, or Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't get ready every single day. I know you guys see me a lot of the time on YouTube as being ready, but I only vlog or I'm on my YouTube channel maybe 3 times a week. So I don't necessarily get ready every day, even though it may appear that. But what I do like to do, and it makes me feel better about myself, is, oh my gosh, I have cracker in my hair. First thing in the morning, if I'm able to. If not, I do it at Scarlet's first nap. That's when I take a shower. If I need to shower that morning, if I didn't shower the night before, I will do my hair, put on a little bit of makeup, whatever I want to do that day and whatever I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like actually getting myself up and ready like I did today, then I will put a little more effort in. But if I'm just having a real lazy day, regardless of if I'm vlogging or not, I will still, you know, brush my hair and brush my teeth and wash my face and put on a little bit of makeup, because that's what makes me feel good and accomplished about myself. And it may sound, you know, superficial or whatever, but honestly, being a stay-at-home mom, it's so easy just to like let yourself go, and then you go into this Great Depression, and you know, it's just a way for me to self-care. So honestly, when I have myself together, my confidence level is way higher than when I don't have myself together, appearance-wise. So yes, if you are struggling with confidence issues, or you know, you're just in like a rut as a stay-at-home mom, get yourself ready, and I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much better. Okay, you guys, that's all the questions I'm going to answer. Thank you guys so much for everybody who asked me a question, and I'm sorry again if I didn't get all of these answered. Sure, you guys follow me on Snapchat and Instagram. I am constantly posting on my stories and Instagram posts every single day. So I would really appreciate the follow if you guys are interested in following me. And also make sure you check out my vlogging channel. I will link it right up here. And also subscribe and like this video if you guys enjoyed my very first Q&A on my channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.